Mic on.
I have just realized I was muted that entire time. Hi, everybody. I'm a little dumb, as you can tell. Um, I'm also a bit tired. I just wanted to do a stream just because. Go and help me chill out, anyways. Um, I didn't really mention anything before I had realized I was muted on this, but basically today I was working on fixing up. Well, not fixing up. It was fine anyways. But I was working on the brakes for my stepmom's car. So that did take a while, and I had some frustrating experiences with that, especially since I'm doing my car tomorrow, and it's going to be a very similar experience. But at least I'll know what I'm actually doing for that. Because the big difference was I had no idea what I was doing within regards to the rear brakes. Because the brakes in my car, as well as my stepmom's car, Uh, they are electronic parking brakes. For the we have the electronic parking brakes for the back, which means there's a actuator. And the reason that is a bit of a problem is simply because of the fact that the brake needs to be pushed out by a motor when you turn on your parking brake and pulled back in when you disable your parking brake. So what I had to do was I had to take off the actuator, manually wind it up so the motor's all pulled all the way back. Then I had to clamp down on it, but it took me a while to, for one, get the tools because we did not have the right bits for it at home for the project at the time. So that was so much fun. I went to um, Home Depot. No, I went to Home Depot the first time, then Lowe's the second time. The first time was I did not get the basically I had the right bit to take the actuator off, but not the right bit for the winding. By right bit, I mean like the right size because no, there's multiple bit sizes. Um, that was most certainly a fun experience. Uh, but yeah, and I basically returned to the old kit for the Torx bit, and got another kit just so that I could actually do it. Because I wanted a kit that had both the ones we need. Otherwise, you're kind of wasting money on two separate kits. And honestly, the Craftsman one was way better than the Husky one, anyways. Because it's 8 piece versus 30 piece. Sorry, 13. 8 versus 13. The Craftsman had 13 different sizes. And it was also just a better deal because it was uh $31 for the um Husky one, which only had 8 bits, while the Craftsman one had 13 for $35. A little more expensive, but $4 is nothing for that many more bits, as well as actually getting the sizes you need. Gosh, bro. Yeah. Might as well, since I got the obsidian, make more of those flux thingies. I need a lot of these anyways. Well, actually, can I make flux seeds? Or no, there's bees, but I don't want to make bees yet. Oh well. We have obsidian essence. Super easy, just throw some in there to make some obsidian. So we should be good here. Oh yeah, there we go. We need to make our actual flux point now. Let's make a few. Oh, we're out of uh mined up redstone. Can you not do that game? Let me see if I can upgrade my factory. Um, Oh yeah, I can. Wait, I have to start with those alloys. It's already a advanced, so you just go like that, like that, and I should not have thrown the circuits back in there. Grab both of those. All right, very fun day. And then we should just be able to throw it together. Why did my brain just suddenly kill itself? Actually, we already have it in our inventory anyways. So let's simply... So real quick, just to test, let's do our... Oh yeah, we had another one of those auto crafting. We're not that far away from getting another one of those. And I am quite thirsty tonight.
Mic off. Mic on.
All right, let's see. Hmm. Yeah, might as well get to that next stage. I already have this fully upgraded, and this is also the only one that we need to worry about the input sides on. I also, if you'd remember, I have this right now. So if I actually put you in there, could probably turn my wireless charging back on. Did I not make... That is infuriating. I did not make the flux points like I intended to. That is so much fun. Point. So I'm gonna grab a stack of that. Oh no. That should be enough for now. So what you are going to do is, yeah, I think that's a setup I want to go with. So what I want to do is basically we're going to set this compatible for two lineups of machines. So 1 second, actually, that's way too long because we can only have the 8 channels one. But we are definitely planning to very soon expand our factory anyway, so there we go. And now our enriching factory, our infusing factory. Infusing gets the nice fancy one. You get the normal one. Boom, boom. Okay. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh well. And then the idea here is we can set up another row of machines. When we have these right here, I'll figure out the setup soon enough. Actually, I probably already have an idea for it. Honestly, we have this anyway, so we might just... Yeah, no, I think this would be better anyways to have it more conceded to a corner. Just so that we, have it everything a little bit more close together over here within regards to this type of stuff, these simple machines. We're going to be having to do their odd tasks. Let us firstly grab our enriching recipes. So we are going to grab ourselves. Yes. You. Then we're going to grab you. Going to grab you. Enriched obsidian. Yes, we'll grab that. And actually, I do know enriched obsidian does have another step that requires the enricher, and that would be the actual obsidian dust. Oops, wrong one. Here's the right one. Yeah, enrichment chamber. This is most of our enrichment chamber. What is liquid tin? Enriched tin we get used for? Okay, tin infused type. Oh, so it's for making bronze, which we already have a good enough recipe for. Okay, I think that's a little bit ridiculous. Darth! Oh! Hi, Darth. How are you doing? I didn't expect to see you popping in at the moment. I'm planning to sleep relatively soon. I just am trying to chill out, and a Minecraft stream seems like it would help me chill. Yes. Oops. We need our... Yes. No. Guess I'll do that manually. I mean, yeah, it might be 8 a.m. for you, but I just didn't expect you to pop into my stream. When I start streaming, I don't know if for this stream or just streaming in general. I only started. Yeah, it's 12:23 a.m. for me. Yes. Yeah. Terms like when I just started streaming today. Yeah, pretty much 12 a.m. But when I started streaming in general, only started being more consistent like a week or two ago. I think it's a little more than a week at this point. I don't have a schedule yet. Oh, what mods? So currently I'm playing All the Mods 9, which has over 450 mods. Um, and this right now I am working on Mechanism, and I'm going to be doing some projects with Greg Tech as well. Yo, that's awesome. I really should have checked my followers list a little bit more. Let's do items. Input, output, top. Bottom is extra. So this, we can set up those recipes. Grab you. You. Oh yeah, we do need to set this up as well. Input, output. Um, and auto eject. Yes, we also need auto eject over here. Yeah, I'm currently working on making myself a nuclear reactor. And then I'm going to be making myself my first electric blast furnace. And I'm going to make like I don't know, like 8 of them because of how slow they are, especially early on. I need a lot of them to be able to have a steady production line at all. So let's grab oh yeah, our alloys. So for that we will modify amount. So some 8 iron. Oh, sorry, I need to. Yeah. Let's see. Down and I think that's it. I think if I put it in like that, I put the wrong thing in there. Yes. Right, wrong one. There we go. Uh, not 500, but 450. So pretty close to 500, not too far from being low short on that. Which is why occasionally, because I have this model running and stream running as well at 1080p 60 FPS, that basically is going to mean I might have a few occasional stutters in my own frame rates. Although today has been pretty good. So the way this mod pack works is magic. I don't know how they got that many mods to work. I mean, I've been messing with making my own mod pack as well that has over 400 mods. Honestly, wasn't that hard. It's more so the matter of having a computer that can actually run it. That matters more. Let's see if I can make that real quick. Now to test this. Yep, that works. Are you okay? I guess I gotta fix this up a bit more. I had encoded it this way. Yes. So you should work. Okay, yeah. So currently I am playing alone. However, I do have the Essential mod downloaded right now. And so I could theoretically host it as a server. In theory. In practice, I mean, yeah, it would work. Might eat at my frame rate a little bit, but should work fine. When I was actually testing with a friend, it did work rather all right. Not going to say perfect, since that would be big fat lie, but it worked pretty good. Other than just again few frames less. Yes. And then we are going 2. Actually make this easier on myself and just throw these in my inventory. Oops. Yeah. If I were playing on a server, my chunk destroyer might not have been entirely as easy to have done, since not all servers will allow the chunk destroyer, which, for reference, chunk destroyer is the best quarry in the game. And the way it works is it just mines pretty much your entire y-axis of one block in a chunk at a time. So basically, that entire block in the chunk gone. Oh, my guy's buzzing. But just doing that all the way down, then just keeps doing that. Lots of resources very fast. Now, I have actually played on servers that allowed it. So, I mean, I'm guessing it's not the worst thing. Still probably not too good. Set that to 2. 2. And then I, I don't know what I'm doing. Let's see if we could just simply. Yes. Actually, we just need to throw that there. I should have thrown the enriched iron on the other one. Yeah, and so the people who hosted that server before, it was actually a streamer. Um, and the way he had it set up was basically it was like their own like box. Like they weren't even paying for hosting. They were like they just straight up bought their own box and hosted it from that box, basically. So they buy the server, all the parts. So I think they said they were running it on a 7950 X3D, and it was a lot of RAM too. In fact, I think they said their most the last world save they had of all the mods 9 takes 32 gigs of memory, like RAM, just to load. So that was a little bit insane. See, is this? Yeah, I think that's all of them I need. Top, bottom, boom. Yeah, just gotta set that up a few times. There we go. Yeah, the server rack. They don't host that many servers at a time right now, so that's nice at least. Let's see. One moment.
Mic off. Mic on.
Every time I drink water, just goes absolutely nuts. Okay. Where was I on this? Oh yeah, I have seeds. Zombie seeds. For free? Don't need them. Oh, yeah, I get that too. Um, right now I need to make my... That's right, more patterns. So firstly, let us make ourselves the obsidian pattern. Just going to quickly work through this progression line. Actually, is there anything that would take a long time in Greg Tech right now? And none of those take too long, really, so might as well hold off on that. Okay, make this. We need... Yep, let's actually make a crap ton of glass. That just smelts up real quick for me. Make a few more casings. Yes. Oops. That. That. And we have our purification chamber. And I already made a enrichment chamber. Wasting resources. We love to see it. Right, there we go. Don't care about you. Oh, I do care about this, though. I could probably set up auto crafting for it, though. I actually figure out. Let's see. Biomass. I think it accepts carrots because I do have carrots growing very fast right here. Also, I should check how many carrots I have. Yeah, I think I got plenty. Oh, wait, biofuel then? It was bio something. Bio biofuel, but with a space. I'll watch out for that. And yeah, we can just throw that recipe in the crusher. I believe it likely accepts carrots. Yeah, a pretty good rate too, actually. I don't need a purification chamber. Probably never go and touch that machine again, anyways. Double check my site. Yeah, input output. So, how is your morning going, Darth? Mm, yes. I need to make those alloy recipes. Not alloy, circuit recipes anyways. So, just remembered I forgot another one I was supposed to be making. That just takes a little bit of osmium. Wild berry milkshake. Is it pretty good? Sounds like it would be very good right now. Then we get ourselves our oops, that was not the right button. Then we toss this in here, toss the rest, toss these three in here. Alright, there's that done. Let's see what else we got. So we just simply, oh yeah, goes really fast too. So we have our chemical injection chamber that we're never touching again. Now, my idea for for the reactor. Oh, my day was pretty good other than when I was working on the car. That was a little stressful. I was working on my stepmom's car doing the brakes, and I'm going to be doing it again today, technically speaking. Although in reality, it's going to be like after I wake up, eat some breakfast. I need thermal evaporation chamber. Let's also set up a quick little recipe. Because I have a lot of osmium ore anyways. We might as well put it to use. I'll mention it's so easy to get. Yeah, like I was saying, I was doing the brakes. That was so much fun to do. Because it's the newer cars with the electronic e-brake, the parking brake being electronically controlled rather than just a cable. So that just makes it a bit more work to even do the rears. The fronts were easy, piece of cake. Only my own stupidity held me back there. Yeah, I think I got that done. Oh no, I had those to do. Oops, not that. We're not going to worry about making that for now. I will worry about making it later. I just kind of want to get up here. So we need to have chemical dissolution. Oh, yeah. Do we have our osmium compressor? No. I think that's going to be up here then? Probably. All the way up? Oh, no. It's not in there. Must be back with the other stuff. So I haven't transferred everything back down to my main area. My system. My system. Yeah, the reason I want to do my whole production line with applied energistics is simply for the fact that, one, most efficient, like when we're talking about server resources, applied energistics is the most efficient way of moving stuff around and setting up these auto lines. So I figured it might work well for making it not only space efficient, but also server efficient for my production line for fuel on my reactors.
Mic off. Mic on.
And then also, the supercells can actually hold the waste that is produced. So I'm also going to be using those as well. Those are pretty awesome. Yeah, I don't think I have osmium compressor saved in one of these. Maybe I'll put it in here. Oh well, I'll just make a new one. See what factory upgrades we could make. Um, if we go to U, compressing factory, we might as well make it a bit beefier. Give that just 1 minute. Is everything going okay? I must not have set up my thing right then. Oh, that's set. Oh, that's why. Yeah, I set up the recipe a little bit wrong. Let us just sec. Yeah, we have it set up to that. Wait, I can navigate. Yes, and then we just do this. Then I think I actually did have those set up properly, so that shouldn't be any concern. And we have ourselves some upgrades. Yes. Uh, okay. Yes, we did find ourselves. Oh, yeah, we did find ourselves our compressor. Wow. Too bad that I'm setting up auto crafting. Because now we need ourselves some refined obsidian ingots. Get those, we have to throw those in there. One. Think if I simply also already have one in there, that will allow it to do this right. Let us also input output, and hopefully this works as I intend it to. Otherwise, I'm going to have to switch out to the advanced one. I did not set up that recipe, did I? Yeah, it only takes 10. Simply set this up to an 8. Diamond. We go 1. And now, in theory, if this works, it will make ourselves our thing. You know, Star, I don't know why all you'd be seeing is black. Could be a issue that is potentially on your end. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to grab another one of those. Because, well, that does fill up 200. I know I told you. I got stuck on the obsidian? Okay, yeah, that would be why. We have that. Yep, there it is. There's our solution. Is it still broken for you, Star? Because, one second, let me, real quick, pull up the stream from my end as well, just to test this out. Yeah, Star, I think it's gotta be an issue on your end. Are you able to hear me? Like, can you hear me at all? Yeah, and Darth can see everything. You can hear. Oh, Star, what browser are you using? It could be something to do with what browser you're using. Okay, so made those. Yeah, so it's just not able to put it in uh mobile. I don't think it would be a issue with you being mobile. Darth, are you using a VPN by chance? Does Twitch do any kind of like region blocking or anything? Yeah, I think they did, but maybe they do. Actually. But no, that one makes sense because Star can hear me still. He can hear me, so I don't know what it would be. Not right now, anyways. Yeah. Yeah, Star, I don't know what could be causing it. Alright, let's see here. We're trying to, yeah, we're trying to make that. Actually, you can just turn one of these back. That. Yeah, it's a podcast. Totally the intention from the beginning. As all things should be. Okay, that should be input output, bottom extra. Yes, this should in theory work. Let's try. Oh, yep. Yep, that worked like a charm. Now we need our chemical dissolution chamber. Throwing. Of course, I am a idiot, and I am not. I don't have myself a crafting terminal yet. But we have this. We have all the stuff we need to get into Mechanism the sequel. So our next step will be making ourselves our big fission reactor. Just because we have the power now. Although, yeah, no, we should be fine. Um, okay, Mechanism advanced. Go make us grab our full hazmat. Let me just. Hey, I mean, Star, I am going to be able to upload the VOD of this to my YouTube channel, where I'm just going to be uploading all my VODs. So, hey, you can at least see that once I finish that, if you do wish to understand what's going on. There you go, hazmat done. Did not register that I got the boots. There we go. Yeah, get in my big orange suit. Oh yeah, the fission reactor. Let us just make some auto crafting. Just auto craft that. Auto craft the steel casing. Um, also actually auto craft ourselves our glass, reactor glass. I believe that is the one I need. Then I also need to actually set up the lead. But I'm just going to do it in the furnace because hey, I have so much raw ore anyways. Now we go here. Gonna get some money to whale on a game. All right. Good luck with that. star. Let us simply see. I want to make a slightly bigger one than they are telling me to make. So let's just say I'm going to make roughly that much, and this should be super fast. Oh yeah. Let's just say make about that much of that. Now, to just complete my tasks, I'm going to grab some before I actually make my reactor. Oh hey, turbine casing. I'm going to need that later. I need more patterns. However, let us make our fuel rods. So we want to make a control. Yes. I also need to actually get more patterns. Let's just dump a quick refill in there. No. Oh hey, we have all that crafting set up. Now that's our control rods. Now we get our fission rods. Let's also get the tank. Let's just throw these in up here instead. Okay. So, fission ports. Let's just throw that in there. It's a super easy one, but might as well. Might as well. We have tons of crafting storage anyways. And eventually we are going to be beefing up our setup from what they recommend to something that's going to generate us ludicrous amounts of antimatter and power. As we do need quite a bit of antimatter to reach our ultimate goal, as we have to make 18 ATM stars to be able to start auto-producing those with the bees, which is naturally what you'd want to do before even making the other. Now, let us craft up some rods. I thought I made the other. Make 200. Fuel assembly, that's what they're called. Let's make 500 of those. Okay, that's that part done. We're going to grab ourselves 50 of those. Honestly, I'm going overboard with it right now, just because I have no idea of like how much of everything I'm going to need anyways. Then my failsafe. Let's craft one of those. My failsafe, I have a completely different idea set up for that, where I'm actually going to steal someone else's computer craft code. Well, I say steal, but really I mean borrow, with more steps. So we grab ourselves a computer. We just need ourselves a advanced one. That's not the right thing. Just and we'll save this for a minute later. Computer craft is a much better method for, actually doing this. Oh, they want me to build the reactor. I don't know about you, but that sounds like fun. Um, how big should I make my first one? I think about this close to all my other stuff should be fine. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, that just instead. Okay, I'll just go. How far is the chunk order? 1, 2, 3, 9, 13, 16. Let us make ourselves 9. Let's do it 9 by 9, I guess. Or maybe even 10. Actually, I don't need to worry about doing all that stuff over there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 9. This is just going to be our small. Well, I say small, but this is actually a decently sized reactor. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10. I'll just have it that for now, just so I have access. Okay, there we go. Yes. Okay, drop a few things in here for now, and we're going to have those on hand. Start filling up with these fission assemblies. Yes. Oh no, that was no part of the plan. Gosh, I go a little bit too fast, honestly. Luckily, I have a solution. Yep. All right, there's that. Okay, I think now I am good to grab myself. I'll worry about the ports a little bit. Let us make ourselves efficient. No, we need our glass. That's what it is. Uh, hello. Okay. Yes. Oops. So right now we're just setting up our reactor, which shouldn't take too much longer. Let's actually put that in there. Also grab a little bit of that. Oh, don't know why they gave me that. I thought I had to actually interact with the reactor. At least that was the impression it was giving me. Okay. All right. Firstly, let's get ourselves our, we'll say 2 fuel ports. 1, 2. We'll grab our redstone port, throw that right there. This is where we'll be putting our computer. Um, I'll, I'll set it up off stream because I don't remember how. And then on stream, I will demonstrate it again. Let me actually grab that computer though. And yes, so inputs, just like that. Actually, 4 inputs, 4 wastes, and the waste we'll have channeled directly back up to our little thing up there. Then here is where we will have our coolant situation be. I want to say 3 rows of it, because I did realize we do need a lot of coolant, like output. I don't know exactly how much a reactor of this scale can go up to, but I'd rather be safe than sorry, really. And real quick, I'll actually set up my coolant input right here. Actually, yeah, for input, we actually don't need to worry as much about having multiple faces, although I do want to worry about these just because of the nature of my setup being a mainly focused on applied energistics. Also, this is my first time actually doing a applied energistics setup for one of these reactors, so let's hope I can get it nailed right. So firstly, I'm going to make a lineup of, let's see, we need a lot of chemical oxidizers of both varieties, so let's grab, actually, let's not just grab that. Let me see. Chemical. Okay, for the first 2 steps, let us grab ourselves yellow cables. And we'll also prepare some lime cables. Let's also actually get our actual system set up down there. So we are going to be, of course, get me controller. I think I will just go with, yeah, I think I'll go with a fairly small scale one. We'll place that right about and then I need to put a supercell into my main system. Then I'll be putting one in there as well. And that so that we don't have to worry at all about our storage of the chemicals. Also, I should actually be able to make a second one. Well, another one. These should go super fast too, actually. So let's. Did I put my other one? Yes, I put my other one right there. Let's grab ourselves a drive bay real quick. And we're going to be waiting a hot minute actually because we have a lot of things to wait for. That's fine, that's fine. Because we were going to be needing to make other things too. So firstly, let's make ourselves a lot of chemical oxidizers. So let's actually create a auto crafting lineup for our chemical oxidizers. Um, I think we get away without doing the chests, just because if I just go grab some logs, I'm good on chests. I don't think I'll use any more than that. So we have our chest. We need to get our dynamic tank, and that is it. So for our chemical oxidizers, let's say I want one sec, I need to actually put this recipe in here too. Yes, let's say I want to have about, let's do a setup of 8 for uranium and 16 for sulfur. And that will craft up fairly fast. Okay, get some more water real quick.
Mic off. Mic on.
Alright. Let me also actually grab a extended drive thing. Actually, I should be able to just, yes, one of these. And then, yeah, I simply just go, oh, yeah, that's, everything's waiting. Wow. And the silver lining here is make that silicon is super fast. Like making all these circuits, it's pretty fast. That's, again, only because I decided to make this crazy beefy setup. That is, you know, making 9 circuits at a time on, well, yeah, 9 prints at a time, and then 4 circuits at a time once it starts doing that. It's very fast. Oh yeah, I had this Great Tech stuff set up, but that has about be completely phased out. Actually, didn't I get all the rest of the stuff for it? I don't remember actually. No, I did not. Was planning to do that at some point, but not yet. I want to set my fuel. So we need uranium. You'll take uranium. That takes a enrichment chamber. Okay, actually I had the wrong machine. Okay, enrichment chamber. We can actually upgrade this to a factory. So we go to enriching. Yes, make some of those. Make a few more things. Alright, and I need to make actually a few of these. One sec. Uranium, how much do we get? So 1 uranium gives us 250. 50 makes 5. Okay, let's say, in the future we do end up fully upgrading. In that case, we would need more than one, probably. However, I think one will do for now, and if it doesn't, we can just beef things up later. So that will do. Sulfuric acid, yep, that is. Actually, if I just grab sulfur, that quest should be done. I just simply Alright. Hydrofluoric acid. Okay. I think I should make a lineup of 32. Then I should actually set up it to just auto-craft its needed resources. So if I actually grab this fun little machine, I call... Yes, we just grab a couple of these. Let's see, we're gonna need uranium, fluorite, sulfur. I think that's it. No, it's not tetrafluoride. It's... Let's just look up fissile fuel. That should be the easiest option for me. Yeah, uranium hexafluoride. Uranium oxide, just a chemical oxidizer with that. I was right about needing the chemical oxidizer. What? There's enchants? Oh, those are just dumb ones. Okay. No, we need to get uranium hexafluoride, so uranium oxide, that's easy. Hydrofluoric acid, so fluorite. Yep, yep. I should possibly go for that block method. So then it's water vapor. So just a sink hooked up to a condensator. And then sulfuric trioxide, yep, yep. Sulfuric dioxide. So in all reality, this should be a super easy thing to set up. In fact, let us get ourselves a um no, it's a storage bus actually. Oh wait, I shouldn't be able to, yeah, I don't think I can get that right now. That's gonna have to wait a minute. We can, however, do is work on our other projects of the crafters. So firstly, let us make our hydroponic beds. 32 of those we will start out with. Then we grab ourselves crafter tier 1s. We grab a bunch of redstone torches. So we just grab a bunch of sticks. So log, redstone essence. One more batch. Just, really trying to be sure I have enough. Dump all that fission stuff in. Let's dump those torches. I need more cables. So let's actually grab ourselves a little bit of emerald. Oops, wrong button. There you go. Forgot I have a different thing bound to that key. None of those resources are valuable. Horizontals are what we need. We also, do we have more dielectric paste in here? Yes, we do. Right. Yeah, that's making things at a decent pace. And then I think I should actually partition the cell just so that I can set up so that there's never a case where we don't have something. Oops. At least, yeah, I could definitely make it so that that is how it works. So just grab a whole stack of that. Then I think we can get away with making ourselves a bunch of spirited cables. So to do that, however, I think what we are missing is not uh, that. Oh wait, no, that's for pattern encoding. Duh. Of course we won't be missing it. Hello, Mika Pika Mika. How is it going? Yes, that is my crafting terminal. There it is. Yeah, I need to make some of these. Um, that's a few more than I expected to make, honestly. Yeah, a few more. Let's just grab a few more emeralds, guys. This won't take more than but a moment. Oh, sorry, I'm getting distracted looking at that animated emote. Oh, did they change? I remember before those were just like straight like green beams blasting super brightly at it. Something just changed within the last few days. In fact, like they're all color coded except for that one. That one's just orange. Should be green. Maybe I did something with my settings that did it too. Actually, that is entirely possible, knowing me. Oh no, man, there's too many mods. I can't keep track of them all. Yeah. Yeah, this will hold up until we finish our setup. And in theory, we should be making a couple million RF per tick. I'm hoping for at least 2 million, I guess. Actually, I might as well store the waste on this drive as well. Right? Yeah. And so we are just going to dump a crap ton of our cables. Uh, yes, just like that. And that should be plenty for a hot minute. Dump those nitros back in there. So we are going to have full spirited cable set up. Actually, piggyback off of our currently existing universal pipes as well. I think we can get away with that. Bro, chill. Okay, I guess do that. Whatever, I don't care. I didn't want to kill you anyways. Okay, let's see here. We can. Bro. 1, 2. Yeah, we can set them up right there. So let's grab our yeah, hydroponic bed. Oh, just a whole stack of that. That is not where I wanted to put them. Where's my silk touch pickaxe? I think you've had enough fun. I'll leave that there for now, I guess. Oh, 32 is a little longer than I thought it would be. Let's just do one. Yeah, let's sneak that by like that. Yeah. I think that'll be fine enough. And mm, yeah, just go and deal with it for now. That's a reusable flux point, though. Let's see. Want ourselves some universal pipes, just like that. Oh yeah, let's put our blaze spawner in storage as well. Like like we do, like we tend to do. Also, open this up a little bit more, I guess. It's like we have a jetpack now, so oh yeah, I was wanting to turn something on. Something called our that shouldn't eat too much. That's not even an upgrade and it's holding him just fine. I never even thought to throw the add-ons in there. That could have been bad if it wasn't actually able to contain him without the add-ons. Yes. Simply are going to just actually, well as that, I might as well set up my flux point. Just put it in there. Why not? Yep, builds up all that ether and stuff. Now let's see. We need 3 core resources. Uranium, fluorite. So let's start with the uranium actually. So uranium seeds, I think those are tier 4. Okay. And just check, yes. So we go grab ourselves some essence. Let's just say we want to make 1,000 of that. It does not make as fast as I was hoping. Just look at us spaz out, bruh. However, I can also cancel that. Let's make ourselves a few more infusion crystals. Yes. Oh, right. I think I have the previous tier up here, though. Yeah, we have some premium ones. You betcha. Yeah, and then that should just be able to make it a small bit faster. 1,000. Yeah, I just need to make a bunch of the other essence. Can I not just throw the others in there? One sec. So you. Yes, we have 4 of those. So, in theory... Okay, so it can only do one at a time. Okay, got it. Well, anyways, while we wait for that, we might as well just... Whoop. And see, if we only have 3... Let's go with... How much sulfur does each one make, actually? How much sulfur do we need? Like, how much does 1 sulfur make as well? So you make 8, and from 8 you'll get 100. So still 100 to 100, right? Yes, 100 to 100. 100 to 100. It's not the page. Let's just find the... Alright. So each one makes about 1,000. Yeah, I think a whole lineup should do fine. So we grab ourselves a little bit of Redentium. Yeah, I mean, that's worked on that anyways. We might as well just put this on the side as well. Because it has its own crystal as well. Hey, see, it wants to share. Oh, in that case, I guess I'll just do it the old-fashioned way. Actually, 2 stacks of that. Grab ourselves our sulfur. Just throw in 2 stacks of that. Each... No, each one makes 16. I only need 1. I need 1 stack. I mean, yeah, I'm going a little bit far on it. But hey, why not? We have the resources. We have the power. I also don't even need 100 Imperium. I just need... Actually, what does fluorite use? What does fluorite use? Fluorite is a tier 4 seed as well. So let's just say we want 108. Let's just go 108. Let that go real quick. Grab ourselves a little bit of fluorite, actually. I'll grab a few more in there. Oops, wrong pipe. We'll grab a stack. Then we grab ourselves a quick little stack of uranium. We also gotta throw that in there. Just like that. Then I don't actually know how many more seeds we have. Oh shoot, that's done already. Yeah, we should have enough seeds. So we can throw the rest of those inside of the system. We just grow 10 at a time. Oh yeah, we need glowstone. So we are going to chuck those two in there. I think we can get away with this. Let us see. Yep, we can. That's beautiful. So let us do our glowstone now. Oops, I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, it's just like that. Then I think I'm just going to go for about a stack of that, just like, one would do. I'll actually just make this look nice and pretty. Is that high enough? Let's do that. Just eat up that glowstone. Wait, why do I have to return to the terminal every time? Yep, just like that. That. Based on the amount of sulfur I think that we normally use as well, maybe I'll put the extra two to sulfur. Actually, nah. We'll figure out the extra two later, see what we're being bottlenecked on. Let us grab. Should probably do that inside of our actual thing. Oh yeah, we need to grab ourselves some add-ons. Okay, I forget. Let us grab 32 of those. 32 of those. And 32 of those. Those will take a few minutes. Alright. Yeah, so all of these are just waiting on this little machine here. Which, this machine does take a bit. So, in the meantime, let's firstly make ourselves a drive. Let's also make ourselves a cell workbench. Use this to actually set up some partitioning. Can these be partitioned? No, they can't. Ooh. Now, theoretically, I'd never run out of storage inside of it. However, I cannot be sure. Now, by the time we run out of storage in it, we'll probably have enough resources for another one. Because 65 million is a very big number. We aren't holding, too many different types of resources either. It's really just more of we're holding in gases and stuff. Yeah, it's mostly gases we're holding in our system. So let's just put this right there. And we'll just store all of our reactor-based stuff in there. So we can basically get some of that going. Yeah, let me put the silver bench back there. Yes, chemical dissolution chambers. I need to get some crafters before all those, though. Yeah, that's what we were working on. 2 stacks of that. Make a couple of those. And let's just max them out for good measure. Alright. Now, I think the best option here actually just realized. Best option is load all of those automatically into the other. So we grab ourselves a bunch of import buses. Make ourselves 32 of those just to start off. Grab those, and we also have our other add-on done too, probably. Yeah. So we're going to do all of our speed add-ons. Oops. And our efficiency add-ons on the way back. And let us go with some. What color cable would make best for this? Let's go with black cables. Why not? So we grab a stack of those, and we grab ourselves a real quick stack of those. Oh yeah. We don't need ladders anymore where we're going. Especially since we have wireless charging set up. Let's also real quick set this. Yeah. Just like that. Also, because we have yet another lineup of these. Let me real quick. Yeah, that should work for now. Um, we might clean up later. So all those is going to automatically pump into our new system. Yeah. And then let's make our crafter line up, and we'll use export buses for those. So we grab ourselves, let's say, 5 export buses starting off. Then we also already had a few. And while we already have this black done, we can actually set up another set of these cables for the crafters. So we let's just do it a little ways away from all that action. Yes. And then yeah, for these, we need some more import buses actually. So we have import, export, export. We go like that. And in each of these, we are going to be setting up their own recipe. So you will get uranium. And with that uranium, let us. Where is our. There it is. There you go. We throw it in fast mode. And let us throw it a little bit of power. Boom. All right. And all these are going to be filled up here in a second. Okay. Part 1 of that done. So you will get uranium. You need to be filtered to only export uranium essence. You'll actually start, yes. You will be our sulfur. So we say you will actually, yeah. Say you only eat. Wait, yeah, we need to put that in here instead. Then we quickly here grab our recipe for sulfur. Throw in fast mode. And yes. Yeah, it eats it up. Right. This last, well, not last one. Second to last one. Uh, this one here. Get chlorite. And you will get C chlorite. Oh, I have to firstly select the right thing. Fast. Then you will get fluorite. Let's do our stuff by the blocks. So, do a block of fluorite. I did that wrong again. Let's just say block of fluorite. That is the wrong fluorite. We'll put in the right fluorite real quick. You'll be, yes. Yeah, I can put that back there. And then we have our export buses. So we grab ourselves the rest of our cables. Boom, 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 boom. Actually, wait, no. What am I doing? We only need one. One setup like that. And we have 8 channels. You have this filling up at a pretty decent pace. However, I think it is important we make it faster. Oops. What do we get? You? Yes. You. Those aren't supposed to be export buses. Those are supposed to be import buses. What am I doing with my life? Those are wrong cables as well. Okay, there we go. And that just crafts those really nice and fast. Now, I honestly don't think we'll have to worry at all about improving the system. Yeah, and we don't even need to make extended ones just because we don't have that insane of a farming setup. So, next item on the list, let's actually get our oxidizers set up just so that we have those out of the way. So, let us start with one. Oh, yeah. Let me get some more export buses and actually more acceleration cards. We make 1,000 of those. And then let's make our buses. 1,000 of those. 1,000 of those. Okay. And then let us just, yeah. Let's make our oxidizers. Okay. I think our level 1 setup here will be, let's set it up right here. Yeah. And we'll set up ourselves a nice line of cable. And all of these are going to get the same filtering treatment of, let's see, firstly we need to get ourselves more of our export buses and import buses. Okay, so export buses we are going to be filling with sulfur. Right, I wanted yellow cables. Actually, do I already have my yellow cables? No, I do not. So we grab our yellow cables. Wait, yeah, I can't grab them down here. Let's grab a stack of those and a stack of those. Because we don't really need too much, actually. Yeah, we also want to grab ourselves the sulfur. Then I want to work on getting some more auto crafting set up, actually. Yeah, let's set up some little bit more auto crafting. So gold, I think it would be the powder. No, it'll be the dust. We can get that from our enrichment chamber, I want to say. Yes, we can. Reorder that. And we just throw that there. Let's do the same with osmium. Oops, wrong thing. Okay. And then now let's grab ourselves the speed and energy upgrade. The reason we're nabbing this is just so that we can work on upgrading all these really quick too. So we grab ourselves our upgrades. So we'll want 1,000 of those because we need a lot anyways. 1,000 of those since we need a lot anyways. Now we work on our export buses. Getting those set up. And just to actually test it quickly, I have a small idea. Just to make sure it can load them all up. Oops. I will clean those. Then we'll actually place those above. Let's set those actually right on the bottom level here. Yep, that's our string 16. All of these are filling with sulfur. So I think I first need to, before I clear out the space for it, grab ourselves the... No, we don't need those yet. What we need is our acceleration cards. A full stack. Let's just grab 2 full stacks since we're also going to be doing the other way too. At 16 times 4 would obviously just fill this up all the way. Yep, that's all that done. All those filled. Now we need to set all these to output on the top with gases. I'll put gas on the top. If we do this right, we should have nothing that is filling to the max with sulfur dust. Oops. We'll actually double check everything later when we actually see if we have any issues with things, doing the other. There we go. Now we put in a bunch of import buses. This is also where I expect us to possibly face a little bit of strain on our generator, actually. So I want to be able to have the option to just quickly unplug it, basically. Because each of these machines is already using 80, so it's probably going to use like 800 when it's all said and done. All right, that's done. Done. except for you. Yep. Yes. That's looking good. Then it'll be 2 stacks of each of these for this supply line. I should start with the energy. Now I'm going to take a peek at our reactor. This is the point that I'm getting a little worried. We are looking for it to basically enable and not be able to keep up. Hydration. So at about 350 million, it should uh, increase. If it doesn't, we gotta unplug something and beef up our power generation a bit. Which I do have a way to beef it up. Just that the way to beef it up is actually in the end right now, since I gave it a very, very important task of powering a quarry. Yeah, no, having multiple nitro reactors is definitely the mid-game play. Just keeping up with the dry ice sucks at some point, because dry ice, well, yeah, you can easily automate it. Oh, yep, that's increasing very well. Okay, no worries yet. In fact, I don't think I'll worry about it for a little while. I'm going to take a peek at my machines now. So these are running at a very solid pace, 800 tick. Okay, so that's taking a couple thousand. Is probably, I want to say it is several thousand. Four. That's about 128,000 just to that. 15,000 there. Okay, I am definitely using over half of my bandwidth for power right now, though. So I should make a terminal, actually. Just so I can see what's up on my little thing there. So let's make ourselves a basic terminal. Let us get ourselves, yeah, basic terminal. Let's craft those up real quick. And I'll just use the black ones, I guess. Keep things simple on it for appearance. So that is filling up decently well. We have, that is a little hard to keep track of. We have about 1,000 buckets of sulfuric acid, though. That is not filling up fast at all. And if we see this cell start to struggle, we'll just add another one, I guess. It's ideal to not use supercells. In fact, I could probably get away with not using supercells. I just wanted something that could store the nuclear waste as well for us. But yeah, it still might be a better option. Just store those in my normal setup. Okay, we have all of that set up. Now we need to get our next line going. So we have our, yep, we need to get our uranium. So we grab our enriching, and we're only going to start with one for now, actually. And we are going to put it on top of these. And that will get ourselves some lime cables for those. Um, Actually, no, let's not do lime. Let us do, let's set it alongside those. So let's actually, yeah, let's beef it up. I need more black cables. Okay, we are just going to grab ourselves a few of these black cables. Yeah, this should be enough. Because this is going to be this machine to quickly um swap it out. Actually connect it right there instead too. Because we're going to put our import and export. That's the wrong one. On our export bus there with the uranium going into it. We want ourselves a import bus right out here. Just make sure. Yep, set out there. Yep. That should do for now. Yep. Let's grab another stack of each of our things. So, upgrades, people. We let's also our power. Yeah, that's using 1.8 thousand, but again, that is also going to be a pretty independent machine. Like we might beef up with another one or two. Actually, fully see. Yeah, might need to beef up with another one or two. That pace actually seems really solid right now. So let's worry about getting our line cables. No, I don't have the lime ones yet, but we're about to have them. That's green. I wanted lime. Green will actually come later. Yeah. Lime. Do lime. Then let's get our... Not that. In fact, let's actually... Uranium. It's uranium oxide, I believe we are going for. Yes. So we grab our oxidizer. Well, our many oxidizers, there are 8 of them. Gotta check that. I would prefer you not do that. 5, 6, 7. Because, well, we do need anyways. I'd rather just not be worrying about that yet. In fact, I'll actually use you. Now we need our export bus. Boom, 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 boom. And we are just going to dump a bunch of yellow cake uranium into each of them. All these machines should start running very quick. Like, yeah, we are running a lot of machines here for sure. Actually set this up just right on top of that. Kind of just step on it. And we are just going to import buses. Oh yeah, as well as that, let's also get these powered up as well. All right, that's good. Yeah, and we have to set up our outputs for all these actually too. So we just gotta gases, gases, sorry, gases, gas, yes. Oops, wrong one. Okay, none there. That is good. That is good. Okay, it looks like this setup is fully beefed up on that regard. So just gonna actually, let's just real quickly deposit that. And yes, we have those two resources all the way in there. Now I want to make some dissolution chambers. I'll go with 2. And just see the speed they work at. And just gonna real quickly do that.
Mic off. Mic on.
Okay. That is the chemical dissolution chambers. Now those actually I don't have to worry about for a minute. I was actually needing to worry about was getting ourselves sulfuric acid. So if we actually go and find, I do know we need, actually, yeah, I know exactly all the things we need. Let's go with 2 chemical infusers starting off. I think we can have those share a setup, everything for the sulfuric acid. That can share setup, and let's make that brown. Okay. And I think, yeah, 2 of each was what I said. Something like that. 2. Then we also need ourselves a electrolytic separator. And for funsies, let's just say we're going with 2 again. Yeah, we need to get some of these cores. So we craft up 2 of those. Let's make a buttload of iron as well, actually. Let's do 20,000 for the time being. And just, yeah, 2 electrolytic separators. And now we need a concentrator. Yeah. So let's get a little bit of gold going. Say 10 of those. And we also needed glass. So let's make 10,000 glass. And let's just 1, 2, 2 condensators. 1, 2. The way I want to do the oxygen and condensators is not hook them up to the system. I'll have them basically pace themselves. But the chemical infusers, I will hook back up to the system. Chemical infusers, I also have to be more careful with, actually, because they don't play very nicely with each other. Yes, we're just working on the rest of our gold. Is stuck. Sometimes it does get a little bit stuck, honestly. Which sucks. In part, I kind of wonder if maybe. Let me turn. Yeah, you have to have auto output on. Let's say auto input. Could also be freaking out because we have splitting on, which splitting doesn't matter much. I don't know, I'm just trying to come up with ideas to fix it. Yeah, both those require 4, and we're kind of just waiting. Yes, there we go. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's grab ourselves 2 sinks, I think. I mean, actually, we could probably just do 1 sink and then some ultimate pipes, because these do have a higher pump rate. Because of how we're setting this one up, I want to set it up on this side. So let us do exactly that. So I think my bottom layer will be our sulfuric acid, not our sulfuric acids. Though that will be our other. Then this will hook up to our condensators. Now we are going to grab a little bit of electrolytic separators. Those I want to hook up. Actually, how we're setting this up, we might as well do it like this. So, like I said, I only needed 1 sink likely anyways. Set up right there though. Oops. That's not the right way. Yeah, let me just... I cannot have you outputting there at all. Front will be our output. Back will be our input. Well, that's items actually. Fluids, back input. Gases, front is output. You same deal. Fluids, yep, gas is going to be our output. Left needs to be none. And your right needs to be none. Okay, that's good, that's good. Let's do the same thing here. Dump excess, none. Oh wait, no, we need to do gases, none. Front is output 2. And you as well, you need to have front as output 2. Okay. We should have this set up. Now, where this actually gets a little tricky, powering it. So the best option I feel will be top rail, bottom rail, because that allows us our room for expansion. And right there, we shall put our flux point. And And with that, let's actually go over pipes down and do a quick test loop. Okay. Oh wait, speed is not what we want. First thing. Yep. And then we have all of these, which will pipe pressurized tubes. I have screwed myself over. Actually, wait, we have a bunch of pressurized tubes in here. This is going to be a little tricky, however. Yeah, there's our oxygen. So we can set up our first pair of chemical infusers. And yes, so we cannot have that like that. We need to write none. We need, actually, we need to double check that's, yeah. Front will still be output. Actually, no. Front will be input. but back needs to be our gas input. Yep, both those filled with oxygen very nicely. Let me also double check for our sulfuric acid. We need to have trioxide and liquid vapor, water vapor, dioxide, and oxygen. Okay, we are set up on that. However, need to be sure. Okay, we are not mixing our chemicals. That's good. Let's actually, I do believe I upgraded those already. Just get our upgrades for these out as well. I think how we should set this up is kind of like this, maybe? Yeah, because that gives power to the bottom. Let's first input on there. We can put our other on top. So let's do gas. Right needs to be none. Gas. Left needs to be none. Then we can go gas, bottom, input 1, gas, bottom, input 1. Front should be input 2. And let's actually do that over here real quick as well. And make it so that, yeah, top is output. So I want to say top is our output. Okay. So that should set us up on that. So oxygen is for sulfuric dioxide. Let me just firstly, yes. So our exports, imports, export, 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 export. You need to very specifically not be trioxide, it be sulfur dioxide, the bland variety. And then you need to be sulfur trioxide, the bland variety. Same to you. Yep. And now we are just going to grab ourselves our real quick cables. That's right, I need to get my brown cables. So another stack of those, and another stack of those. And this will be our sulfuric acid. I guess we can just simply, I think this will be the cheapest way. Oh yeah, we need to hook up power as well, which we will expand on our little rail system. Then we will grab those, those. 320. Wait, I am slightly concerned since those are not full on power. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. No, 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 no. This is exactly what I had a concern about. Hopefully we got to it soon enough. I think we did. Yep, we are rising again. So let us go fetch ourselves our second reactor. At our end quarry. Oh yeah, that's right. That's how we had it. Let's go to our normal quarry. Those. You are completely pinned on power. Let me check this real quick, actually. You did finish, did you not? Yeah? Oh my gosh, that is absolutely wild, that hole. Oh yeah, this is some wild stuff. Oh yeah, nice thing about doing it this way that I had done. I simply just yoink you, and you're back in my inventory. Also yoink you. And let's go to our normal quarry. I'll put you right back where you belong. Set you there. Okay. Let's see how we're going to have to do this. Okay. Underwhelming. Oh, you're why. You're the reason why. That's right. 76 billion power stuff in my drill. Thank you. Now I'll just give you treatment of putting you in there. Okay. Now we go to our little home and we work on our little problem, if you will. Yep, and actually, yeah, we'll grab those. We actually need to grab ourselves some pipe. No, we can't use universal. Nor do we have a crafting terminal to make this easy on us. Also, we need more redstone blocks. So let's just say we want 7,000 of those. Um, yes, let's call that good. And now we go make our pipes. Okay. What am I missing? Oh, just redstone dust. I want another those. And 1, 2. Just make a second batch. It'll be good on dry ice still. And this is to be a stopgap until we get our main reactor up and running. Yes. I'll actually help you out for just a moment. Stay to auto mode. We need a bucket. And we'll actually grab a sink up here anyways. Why not, you know? That will be working wonderfully. Let's grab a bunch of... I need coal blocks. Yeah, let's throw a bunch of coal blocks in there. We're almost done with the reactor part. I'll just throw all this in there, and hopefully 2 will be enough for the job. Because if it's not, I don't have any backups. I mean, I have backups of the world, but I just mean like backups within regards to this whole ordeal setup. Like backup plans, I mean. Okay, we are going to toss down our 2. Yes. And we are going to be making sure real quick that we're keeping up on the production for power. Because, see, the issue is these use 20,000 each. These use 50,000 each. Eek. Yeah. These will use 200,000. Okay, I think I found our culprit of our big issue. Hmm. Yeah. It's a minor issue. Because if this runs out, yeah, it's going to drain that just as fast. Okay. Okay, I see how it is, game. You don't want us to have our absolutely insanely beefy setup yet. So we are just going to set a pause on this part of it. Our primary production is being paused. Because, let's see, we have a lot of sulfur anyways. Uric acid. Yeah, we have got 892 buckets of that. So, because we have so much, let's just go for our fluorite for now. Not fluorite. Or basically, we're going for the rest of the steps for our setup. So we first need to get ourselves the not the acid, the chemical dissolution chambers. We want 2 of those. Yeah, we'll grab 2 of those, and that will just come right on top of these. Going to check my gases. Uh, none on the left. None on the right. Item front input. Yep, yep. Output on top. And output on top. Just double checking. Okay, we are right on that. So where is, yep, we need to put our export buses. Import buses. We need our fluorite block. So on our export, on 1. So and then we have sulfuric acid. Do we not? Yeah, we do. So we make ourselves our for hydrofluoric acid. There we go. So we just need our sulfuric acid thrown into these. Acid. These machines are decently paced and don't suck back power like it's fine wine. Not even fine wine, more like just bottom barrel wine. Oh well. We're going to grab white cables for that. So let us set ourselves with some cable. We want white ones. And we're setting this up in a way that makes it very easy to upgrade. Oops, didn't mean to do that. And then this, I think I can actually set up as a subnet to our main network as well. Yep, that would work. That would work. Oops. Real quick, just. Yeah. And then we're actually able to handle this line just fine, I think. Was the other line that was causing us issues because we can. Yeah, those don't use too much power. Let's grab our upgrades. 1. Energy, speed. That's not a bad amount. So we have our hydrofluoric acid. Now let us get ourselves our last step to, actually we need one more chemical infuser. Yeah, no. I kind of want to make a pair of them. At the same time, I don't want to, just because of our current power situation. I think I'll prepare the pair of them. Also, as for you, I don't want to just one, two, five. That is going to be all sinks, by the way. I work covering it in sinks. At least, except for that part right there. This is just to be sure we have plenty of coolant, since I have had times where the coolant was not enough. And we've also set up in a way where it is very easy to beef up if the need arises. So in theory, we can handle a pulling rate of, let's see, each line of this is 12. So, let's see, we are going to have 36 sinks with this. So, let's see. The mechanical pipes are rated at 32,000 a tick. So if we take that, we can handle a heating rate of 1.152 million. Is actually not that big compared to how big we'll get later on. Assuming we keep with the fission reactors instead of switching over to fusion like I said I've planned to. And hopefully doing like the applied logistics for all of my stuff that will, one, simplify the piping, which, as you can see, it doesn't look very simple, but this is actually simpler than it would ordinarily be. Also, the other hope is it will reduce lag, because mechanism machines, particularly their multi-blocks, are known to have the most lag, sadly, because it takes each individual block, not just, together. So we have all that loaded up. This is going to keep very nice. So I guess it's time to make our last few steps. So over here, I guess I'll put in our next batch of stuff. And this is actually what we wanted the green cables for. I'll put those up there for now. Actually, I can have this be, actually, yeah, right here. Seems like a good distance. I'm not going to upgrade either of those for now, just because I know they'll suck back a lot of power if I do. So first, none. None. Let me double check. You were, nah. Front needs to be input 1. Ah, that is actually mildly complicated. Okay, I guess we're making a subnet within a subnet at this point. So what we need is a interface. Actually, no, we don't need a subnet in the subnet. We just gotta Yeah, we just got to do this a little different. So we'll set them both the same way, but one block apart. This left one will be input 1, input 2, and output front. Then you'll be input 1, 2, output front. We'll do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. I don't think I'll actually need to upgrade this part of the setup much at all, because these are not going to be very, you know, effective. Let's see. So our input ones are going to be the second. Let me double check my math homework. Uranium hexafluoride, we need hydrofluoric uranium acid. So fluoric, that's 1. That is your 1. Then we need uranium hexafluoride. Sorry, uranium oxide. Your 2. That's your 2. We need to upgrade our speed. That's not the right speed. We needed acceleration cards. And then we are just going to grab quick little, well, we're going to grab our upgrade still, but we're not going to put them on yet. Also, real quick, just check how much power these use at this much. Yeah, not bad, really. So I think the play is indeed just going to be going at them unupgraded for now. Yeah, that's making 80 attack. And then our uranium is, I mean, it's not the best rate. However, we can deal with that for now. I don't know if this is actually enough for like a maxed out fuel production. So yeah, we need to get ourselves some isotopic centrifuges. So that's actually our last step. Oh, we need to actually come up here for that first. And our system's actually going to double as our buffer too, actually, for fuel. Yes. I'll just grab 2 of those for now. Then we wanted the black ones again. I think this will do. Actually, I need more black cables. So let's just quickly. I just need our normal smart cables in a higher supply. So we are just going to simply centrifuges. 1, 2. I want to wire the power. We'll probably wire it from behind. And again, we can just put this as our. Yep. I'll leave those be for now as well, because I do know I'm pretty sure these have very high limit how much power they can consume at once as well. So we're going to try to keep this very simple. So we want our inputs, boom, boom. Then we want our exports, boom, boom. I'm going to make this as simple as I can by just simply second. Let me also check. Yeah, so I'll expand the this way for more fuel if I need more fuel. So export, we're going to put in our uranium hexafluoride. Yeah, we just throw that right there very nicely. We need more acceleration cards. That's what it was. We're trying to grab everywhere. I grab those for all these. 3, 4, boom, boom. 1 second. Front should be in, input. Right should be output. Let's give you the same treatment. Input, output. That's the setup we're looking at. That does is using 80 a tick. Actually, how much? Might as well just throw our energy upgrades on though. That just makes it a lot cheaper. Uh, yeah, we are bottlenecked. I know though. Look at yeah, fizzle fuel. So my final output is going to be right here. Sorry. Let me actually do it like this instead. So we are just going to clear. The reason I do that is just so that we're not in the way of our waste output. And that about sets us for fizzle fuel. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me actually also get in. Yep, fuel's going to fill up rather slowly. That is all of our energy upgrades, I believe, spent. Yeah, we've put it all in already. Energy. Yeah, you just need more acid before you can even work. But look at that, 32. Lots of channels are on this one single thing. Oh, wow. Using about 250 AE a tick. Yeah, the fizzle fuel is going to go well, I think. Now we have one more thing to make, and then we are done for today. We are going to need to grab ourselves a steam turbine, which they give us the instructions on how. Right over there. I need to grab another chemical oxidizer. Actually, I think, yeah. Let me just observe. I need one more chemical infuser. Just so that I can finish up with this. Oh, yeah, I need to do that too. I need to make another one of those. Because I'm sorry. Did you decide to not make my chemical infuser? I have one. Yeah, there you go. There it is. Thing was supposed to do to begin with. Then our next thing is fizzle fuel. So we are just going to grab ourselves the Topic. Just do that. Boom. We are done with that. We need to grab ourselves the waste barrel. And actually, with the waste barrel, I'm going to throw all the pressurized tubes into that. And then I want to use the export bus on that, and I want brown ones. Brown cables. So, oh yeah, we already have brown cables. I should be able to get away with just the single ply, normal smart ones. Yep, we just wrong bus. We'll just be actually, yeah. Let's get all of this in line first. So I kind of want to take it out from the top. So let's firstly, let's set that to 2. And our burn rate is 40,000. So we'll handle a lot more. Yep, those fill up real nice. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. We wanted to import. Why, you may ask? Because chemical warfare is fun, especially the nuclear varieties. So we have that linked. So you should empty out. Yep. And we have ourselves fantastical solution to all of our issues. Because we go to waste and we can store our waste. Now I'm going to next finally make ourselves our turbine. And then I'm going to head off. So for our turbine, we have a few recipes to throw together. Firstly, let's work on our casing. We need structural glass turbine casing. So let's actually casing. Okay. Glass. Sorry. Structural glass. Wow. So 1, 2. Those are our first two recipes for this structure. 2. Oh yeah. Oh, we needed more of those? Not just lead. 100. Barrel. Alright, let me just more of a radioactive. Yes. There, does that satisfy you, game? Let me double check something real quick too. Just need to be extra sure, because I never know sometimes. Oh yeah, you're doing fine. Enough. Yeah. Yeah, they're doing fine. The amount of power we use per tick is absolutely insane, dude. Especially when we actually have our setup fully done. So this is going to be so much fun, actually. Oh, I just realized I messed something up regarding my little avatar. Just, I've noticed my halo's been clipping out. Don't know how long that has been a issue. Let me just real quick. Hi guys. All right, that should do the trick. Okay, let us get to the final aspect. So we need a loft turbine casing. Let's just make. Eh, put it fast. Let's just do 3,000 of those just because we can. We have a little bit too much of just because we can resources. Okay, there's our basic building blocks. Achieving our final goal. Now, I did just realize something. We need our turbine valves. Actually, just get all of our recipes done up real quick. In. Okay, that should have us covered. So let's just make 40 of those. Make 30 of those. Let's make like 10 of those. Make like 1,000 of those. Let's make another 1,000 of those. We need saturating condensators. Great. We need a ton of those, is the big issue. So let's just say, oh yeah, pressure disperser, rotational complex. pressure disperser. Actually, I can get away without those saturating condensers because I'm planning to not reuse my water. But I do still need it for the quest, and the quest is just like free rewards, so might as well. No, besides completionism, you know. Also, I didn't even mean to get that wireless transfer achievement. That was a complete accident, honestly. But let's just claim all my rewards. You. I've sworn, did I make like 30 of them? No, they're just in here. You see, my dark mode is making it hard to see now. But now we make ourselves our electromagnetic coils, our rotational complex, rotation. Then we make ourselves our, not our pressure dispersers. Yes, we want, let's just say 1,000. Because it's the easiest button to click. And we're actually kind of making a rather large one. At least that is the plan. If we can, do we have a nether star? No, we don't have a spare nether star, to my knowledge. Oh, well, that makes sense. And I'll mention, like, when we get next nether star, we are going to want to actually, you know, um, make a renewable resource of them. So we have our rotational complex. I think the last thing we have is the coils. So I want to get, like, I forgot, I think it's like 5. I don't know. I think I actually already put in the coils. So let's just make 10. I'll be just a minute. Yeah, you're also going to be pretty fast. Again, it's not like it's hard or anything. I'm just kind of going for a rather beefy turbine. Actually, a very beefy one. Actually, let's grab our turbine casing real quick. So we need a lot of this. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I don't want to do that. Because we want it to be right about there-ish. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13. I guess we're going with a 13 by 13 for now. Yes, we will expand eventually. What is actually if I can find, there's a certain website that I found that has a good reference point. So yeah, I found it. So I'm going to go 18 tall. So, you know what actually? We are just going to real quickly slip wireless charging off. Are we sure this is upgraded? Yeah, it is upgraded to the max. Wowzers. So the reason I wanted to do that was so I can access my infinity drill again. Because we are needing more space. 3, 5, 2, 3. I did just realize, yeah, we actually can't get as tall as we'd hope because of how we're building this. So this is going to be our limit on height for time being. Yes. Okay, we are still going for the max size, so 1, 2. Well, not a max size, but like as big as we can get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13. Yeah, 13 is the max, so I guess we're stuck with a 13, 13, 13. Or, new idea, what if instead of just that, we actually went off and did this another way? Instead of doing it like this, we could expand it underground. So, basically, have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 6, boom. So, we said the limit was 13. So, if we just drop down a bit, let's say 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that should be 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 10, 12. Yes, that's perfect. So, what I want to do is also kind of build like, I guess, a band around where I am uh basically like say, oh yeah, this is where the ground starts, something like that. I'm sure you see the vision. Uh, those are not the blocks I want. Back, screw it, magnet, screw it. We're balling. Now, after this, I have another big project in mind regarding mechanism. Or I have a better idea. We say no to the mechanism project. We go into a fun mod called Draconic Evolution, and we build something fun there. Thoughts? Fantastic. Because we want to have a lot of power storage. How do we get power storage? Well, first, we actually have to, work on getting the resources to get that massive power storage. What better way than Draconic Evolution with the basically it's going to be better than Mechanisms option because we're going to be able to store a near infinite amount of energy inside of our little thing. But no, we are not going to be making the Draconic Evolution reactor. We're only going to be making the energy core for our power storage. And that should be our eternal solution for power storage, in theory. Actually, I should honestly figure out moving bases soon. I guess I gotta just real quick pick all this crap up because I don't want it in here. I want to actually be able to build my stuff without interruption. One sec, let me check something. We are at, okay, so it's 9 rotors. Oh yeah, the idea was basically create some kind of like ban here. Well, I mean, of course, this area. If we exit underground again, though, this would be really neat to have, like, able to be seen into. But I don't think we'll actually expand again underground wise. I think that the best solution is just one on surface, one uh, underground for this layer. Just, try and make it look pretty still. Oh shoot, we extended one out. We don't actually need to build all the way like that. And instead, simply, okay, that should handle almost all of my edges, except for, yeah, one. And I do have some resources to spare, so I might as well keep fancying it up. Actually, no, I can't fancy it up there. That needs to be vents. Actually, no, this should be fine. I'll be fine with this. Yeah, let's just fill in all of this underground, though. If I remember right, I used to see Endermen just get trapped inside of this in one of my old worlds. So, that's pretty funny, honestly, because they just teleport in there sometimes. So you just are chilling, and then you just see Enderman inside of your turbine as it's running full speed. They're getting shredded to little tiny bits and pieces. Almost like hmm, E-boy chicken strips. Anybody? Are they quite flavorful this time of year? Turbine. We want 9 of those. Then we'll get rid of 2 more of those. We want, I believe each one, we want 5 of those. Want pressure dispersers. I think 3 stacks should do the trick. And we want our rotational complex. So first 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 1, 2, 6, 6. I'll worry about that in a minute. Firstly, yeah, and then I believe to build this, we build vents. Um, that's a lot of vents we're going to need to be setting up. Yeah, no, we're not going for any saturating condensers because our setup we're going with is a little simpler than that. Actually, let me check something real quick. Given that we're not actually going for that anyways, I actually think, um, how much can we get away with? How small of an area can we get away with? Because let's just go with this for now, I guess. Um, if I want to make improvements, I will do that in base SQL. I could also go with the option of waiting until I am done with all this stuff. Second, wait, I need vents, not that. Vent. Actually, though, yeah, let's just get that set up. Yep, and then we will just quickly toss out our, yeah, toss these. 1, 3, and we need our vents. Just going to firstly build our layer of separation. Oops. I have hope I see some Endermen teleport into there. Welcome to prison, fools. Anyways, yeah, let us see what we can do. I just realized that is not how I am supposed to have that. There we go. I mean, it sure is fun just building this turbine as our last little thing. I just was really concerned about our power generation just falling short. Turns out, making this whole setup is what is going to make it fall short. Because I've never made, I said this once before, I've never made the setup quite like this. I've done other things before, but this is actually the first time it's come to mind of what if I used applied energistics instead of, like all those mechanism pipes and making this complex line. If I just simply go applied energistics on it. And that honestly makes things way easier because you get things more compressed. You get things uh automatically going in and out of their stuff. But I am going to test my subnet theory here in a minute. I would like to just finish this turbine first, I mean. This turbine has actually been way easier than I thought it would be. Especially given I don't have that wand yet. Because the Infinity Wand lets me place several blocks at once, which obviously makes this like 10 times easier. But I just didn't want to fight another Wither at this time. No, actually, just remembered. Us getting to Dracona Evolution will unlock us some very potentially powerful weapons. Um, okay. Hi, Enderman. I sure hope you teleport in here sometime soon. I'm probably going to possibly need more glass. If there's anything I'd need more of, most likely end up being glass. Yep. Final side, and then we are hooking up our valves. I also actually don't think I took my flux point from the other thing, so I might as well, take that. Now, let me just real quickly touch myself a valve. All right. Then over here, I think I will place my other valve as for power. So you there. Oh yeah, that's centered to what I was wanting it to be centered with. Oh yes, automatically already filled with to the brim with steam. That is exciting. Now, for reference, we set this to hold 2 millibuckets a tick. You are making not too much power, only 100,000 per tick. However, in theory, we could probably handle something more along the lines of like, can we handle 10 with our current coolant? Yes, we can. 500,000 a tick. Flow rate is 200,000 millibuckets. Their heating rate, yep, 200,000. I should be able to handle over like a million. So if I do like, um, 50, you are keeping up. You are also doing good. I think it is time for us to get this party started. Quickly slot in you. Boop, boop, boop. Wait, no, we should have not have done that yet. Let me tell you why. Because we need ourselves a flux point still. So let's just scram for a minute. We need ourselves a plug right now. Oh, we do have a plug. Okay. Wait, no, that's not the right thing. That's a point, not a plug. Yeah, so I think I don't have a plug here right now. So we're just going real quickly. Get ourselves a plug commandeered from our good friend, Old Corey. And now we hook this up to our main system. Just like this. And yes, that works. At least probably. Probably in theory. Let's activate it. See if it works like I think it does. Then I think we keep up with that. Then we can also likely, quick, let's just check. 5 mil. Yep, we're climbing. Yep, still climbing. Yep, yep. Still climbing? Still climbing. Now, last thing we need to check if we're climbing on. Yes. Now, luckily, I do think this is the end, now that I have this running. This is going to give us a lot of power. I'm going to set this up uh, between videos, and I'll also show you guys how to set it up. But this is, sorry, not between videos, between streams. But this is going to be able to store about 20 billion RF, which is already pretty big. It's like, say, yeah, that's 40 times bigger than each one of those other things can store, each one of our nitro reactors. This also helps get us our waste. So with this done and set up, I think, oh yeah, I wanted to test one little theory. So if we can hold on to that for just a minute, I think. We go grab here, we get ourselves a storage bus. Then we grab ourselves the interface as well, actually. Oops. Then let us grab ourselves any color cable. Let's go a purple. No, not purple. Which one we have a lot of? Light blue, light blue. Let's. I think we need to turn off our thing here soon. No, it's still doing fine. It's still doing fine. Oh yeah, let's dump all of our turbine materials. Um, yeah, and then I think we can just hook that up right about here-ish. Let's double check that we're making gains. Oh, that is beautiful.
Charge complete.
Right. And we are almost done here. Once more. I'll put pause on you for now. Because this needs to drain a little bit. The only thing that really sucks is this is a fine balancing act right now. So, this should, in theory, let me see our nuclear waste. Yes. And we can also check on our fissile fuel levels. All right. I think that does it for now. Thank you guys for dropping by stream. I am working on a few small projects as well right now. So I am looking forward to sharing those with you all. Anyways, have a good one, everybody. Love you all, and have a blessed day or evening.